Hello everyone, and I'm back with another cosplay transformation. Today we're transforming into Edward Scissorhands. This time, this is a revamp. Last Edward Scissorhands video that I posted was me in 2019. It was October of 2019. I think it was a couple days before Halloween. So this is going to be a different try. I'm actually doing the full shebang, including the maxing out of my eyebrows. As you can see, I'm completely masking them out of the picture, and I've been getting slowly better at covering my eyebrows. So I did start by using Elmer's glue. First of all, put primer on and then use Elmer's glue. I used Elmer's glue as thickly as I could, and then I used some white setting powder, and then I went ahead and used some concealer on top of that, and then I'm adding some more concealer, but this was liquid concealer instead of a little bar of concealer to kind of just blend them in even more. This is a slightly lighter concealer than my skin tone, so it works out perfectly for the character because Edward Scissorhands is more pale looking than like skin tone. In some of the pictures he actually looks very just white, like not even pale, like it's just white. So I kind of went with a pale slash pinkish look that I had in my Graftovian paint. So that is what I went with. This is what I'm adding now. The Graftovian paint is super awesome, but it's super greasy. It's oil paint, and it came in a pack of FX makeup because I used to do FX makeup a lot. This is what I'm doing because I didn't have a foundation that actually matched that skin tone, because my skin tone is a darker shade. So it is working though. As you can see, you can't tell that I really have eyebrows anymore. For the most part, they are pretty, blocked out. If you do end up trying this out, just be aware you might not get your eyebrows on the first try, but I will tell you, just a note is put a lot of glue, put a thick amount of glue stick on there for sure. So afterwards, I'm just adding some setting powder on that oily Graftovian paint just to kind of set it a little bit more and reduce a little bit of the oils. Next, we're using some putty, and this is just putty from Party City with a little bit of spirit gum on my face, Graftovian spirit gum as well. And I'm putting on that scar putty and just shaping it with the back of a regular paintbrush. Like, there is tools to go ahead and apply scar putty, but paintbrush works. This is how I've always applied it, and I don't think that's ever gonna change unless someone randomly gives me some tools. Then that would be cool, but honestly, that's just what I've always been used to. So just another note, when you are using scar putty, make sure to kind of let it dry. As you can see, every once in a while I am kind of like blowing with my hand, to try to get that to dry a little bit. And because my face is super oily, it does help with shaping the putty. The putty gets really sticky, but because there's oils to go ahead and stick on the brush, it kind of allows me to blend that a little bit better into my skin and actually lets it grab a little bit more. I had the option to do it before as well, all these scars, before I applied my makeup, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it afterwards, and it was actually a really good take on it. So this actually continues a couple times. I'm actually looking at the picture reference, which has like a bunch of specific scars, so I was trying to go as specific as possible. If you do see me kind of pausing and saying, hey, okay, where do I go from here? I'm actually looking at a reference picture to kind of see where his scars are, and I'm trying to place them as properly as I possibly can. Which is a little tough, but overall a lot of fun. Scar putty is also really cheap. Just for anybody that is wondering, you can easily get this on Party City's website, or even at Party City right now, because normally they have it during Halloween time, and stocking up during Halloween time is best because scar putty is amazing. And I've used Graftobian Scar Putty as well, and I actually was not a fan of it. I actually prefer Party City Scar Putty, believe it or not. I feel like it's easier to work with. So sometimes I guess cheaper is better. There is going to be a lot of kneading that you'll have to do to kind of shape this on. So, and also don't worry about it being perfect. It does not need to be perfect at all. I'm just like trying to get the exact amount of scars is pretty much it, or the amount of scars that I can see at least. Also, y'all, don't forget that I am on Patreon now. I have 3 tiers on Patreon, so totally take a look at the link that's in the description below if you want to help support me even further in my little cosplay adventures here. And so I can actually bring more cosplays to y'all. So next I'm going to go ahead and apply some brown eyeshadow. This is actually dark brown eyeshadow, but because I have that oily paint on, it's kind of hard to tell. It actually went perfect though. If I did black eyeshadow, it would have been a lot darker, and I was actually going for this like grayish type look, but as well as kind of brownish look. So that's what I did on top, and I kind of made it as if he had an eyebrow in a way, but also like a sad eye. That's exactly how his eyes are shaped. And then I added some dark brown eyeshadow, some light brown eyeshadow underneath, and I'm actually adding some bronzer on my cheekbones. I kind of sucked in my cheekbones a little bit just to make sure where exactly do I want to contour. And I even got this contour palette with a darker brown to go ahead and put underneath to thin out my face even more, and then add it on top of the area that I had just added bronzer. I am using the oily paint to my advantage and allowing that to help me blend. It actually does help you blend a little bit better with the powders, but it does make your brushes dirty. So definitely be aware, it's going to make it really oily and you're probably going to have to clean your brushes afterwards. So afterwards I'm adding some of my Kat Von D Everlasting Black lipstick to kind of make that like Evil Queen, also Queen of Hearts type lip that he has, but he also has like a powdery look, so I'm trying to add some powder on top of that to give it more of a matte powdery look. And now I'm adding some brown bronzer. This is a light brown on all of my scarring to make them pop out a little bit more. There is the final look. So now I'm just going to get dressed. I put on some jeans that were ripped, black jeans, and then I went ahead and put on my corset. And I'm putting on the actual Edward Scissorhands female cosplay, as well as the belt, which I've lost quite a bit of weight since then, so I had to add a little pin on it. And I tried adding a belt on my leg, but it didn't work out that well in the end. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the little neck piece as well as the wig. And this is pretty much the final look. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm about to put the gloves and then it'll be the complete look. If you want to see the final pictures, definitely go ahead and check out my Instagram and my TikTok. Don't forget that I stream every Wednesday and Friday at Twitch, well, on Twitch. But the links are in the description below. But like I said, if you definitely want to take a look at the photos for these in the future, totally check out my Instagram. And if you want to check out exclusive content, definitely check out my Patreon. Alright, I will see y'all next time, and I hope y'all enjoyed this spooky Halloween cosplay transformation.